Welcome to ETFinalscore.com, your source for all the highlight stats and stories and scores from around East Texas high school football. With your host, Eric Sullivan.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to week number 3 of the East Texas high school football season. Lots of rivalry games all over the market. We've got highlights of them all. Some of them still going on. Some of them just finished, including the big Battle of Tyler between Lee and JT. We want you to help us out on the show. All you got to do is hit us up on Twitter at ETFinalscore or text us at 903-216-7290. Best tweets will make the show coming up. All right, we got Jeff Schaefer standing by live. But real quick, let's get to the highlights of the 59th Battle of Tyler. Last 2 years, it's been all JT. To the highlights we go at Earl Campbell Field in this one. Would the Red Raiders get revenge? Not looking good so far. Jeremy Wilson, 80 yards. Can this guy run or what? 7-0. JT with the early lead gets a high five from the new class of the Hall of Fame for Tyler ISD, Zach Hall. This guy would turn out to have a great game. Good run right there. Raiders would kick a field goal on the drive to make it 7-3. Then the Raiders again put together a nice drive. Hall keeping it himself. Another outstanding run. They would get down into the red zone, the goal line situations on the same drive as Hall hits Trevor Carr right here. Can Trevor get inside the pylon for the touchdown? Just short. But look what happens to the Lee Red Raiders. Hall on the exchange. We've got issues. That is a fumble. John Tyler recovers. And Gio McCollister, the great quarterback for JT, is going to take over. Look at the cannon. Duntavian Gross catches it on the fly. What a great throw and catch right there. Then Jeremy Wilson's run would cap it off. Another touchdown. Points at his man for the block right there. 14-3. John Tyler with the lead. More turnover issues for Lee. Jawan Banks fumbles it. Lewis Duran would get a 50-yard field goal out of this, and that would be the field goal for JT to give them a 17-3 here with the field goal. Where am I looking, guys? As we go to this live shot here, 37-31, though, is your final. Robert E. Lee, yes, they come back and beat JT. Thank goodness we have our man, Jeff Schaefer, there live from Trinity Mother Rose Francis Stadium. That's Jeff Schaefer joining us now from the stadium. Jeff, recap us what happened immediately when that fourth quarter got so crazy and so tight when we took you live at 10:25.
I'm doing my best to try and remember everything that happened, Eric, during that fourth quarter. It was a heck of a comeback by Lee late in this game. You heard from it, as you said, Eric, at around 10:25 is when they got into the end zone. They were down by 8, 31-23. Lee gets the touchdown. They run in the two-point conversion to tie it up at 31. The Raiders get the ball back again late in the fourth quarter. That last drive, it was all about Devontae Craver. He broke off a huge run that got the Red Raiders inside the 10-yard line, and then he finished it off with what turned out to be the game-winning touchdown run. Lee wins it 37-31, and I'm joined by the perfect guy after that finish for Robert Lee, Devontae Craver. Devontae, first of all, you heard me talk a little bit about that final drive. What's going through your head during that drive, especially you break off that long run, especially that got you guys down within scoring position? What's going through your head at that point?
Just like I can't believe it. That I don't know. Like it's just shocking. I just seen it. I seen the hole, and I just cut. And I seen one defender, I just cut. I just seen daylight. I was just running for my life, trying to score, sir.
That's the best feeling in the world when you're a running back, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Talk to me, and then obviously you get in for the touchdown as well, put you guys on top. Can you even describe the feeling that was like after you get in the end zone?
I probably can't. I cannot. It's just enjoyment, excitement. We just played our best. That's what we came to do.
And overall, what do you think this shows about your team? You know, being able to come back like you did against your crosstown rivals, no less.
Come again? What'd you say?
What is it? What's the feeling like coming back against John Tyler in the way that you guys did, playing so well in the second half?
Amazing. We were praying the whole time. I was praying the whole time. I thank God for everything that happened today. It's just amazing, sir.
All right, well, Devontae, thank you so much, and congrats on the huge win. Eric, he's the hero tonight for Robert E. Lee, but really they had a lot of guys who played huge roles in this victory tonight. Lee takes down the rivals from John Tyler.
Well, I hate to say I picked this game, but I did pick this game, and congratulations to the Lee. They needed that one. Jeff, great job of sticking around there. We'll see, and of course, have more of this game all throughout the weekend. What a win for the Lee Red Raiders. Let's get to White House next. A couple impressive road wins. Back home for the first time, taking on Sulphur Springs tonight. Wildcats glad to be back home, and the defense was on guard. Cade Parrish with the big hit on the corner blitz right there, but Larry Pryor's going to throw it out there, and Trey Staples says, I can do that too, and he is extra fired up for the White House Wildcats. Shamar Smith, I don't think the young man gets enough credit on how good of a runner he is in open space. Great job of getting the first down, and that was a great job of setting up the play action. Jackson Allen scrambles out of trouble. Eric Munoz, right place at the right time, and the Wildcats would go up 7-0. This turned out to be quite a football game as we get to the final score in this one. White House, it was pretty close there, but they pull away 42-28 is your final in that one. Let's get to Lindale next, hosting their arch rival, the Van Vandals. Van looking to score upset on the road. We got some studio guys that are big Van fans here. Peter Maddox doing his work here. Passes to Byron Roberts. That's good for 29 yards. 4th and 1 here. Matt Savis. We've been calling his name out for years now. He knows how to get a first down. He also knows how to find that end zone. What a cutback run. He gets the score. Vandals are pumped. They're up 7-0. Lindale's Cam Neely looking to throw here. Right over the middle. Well drawn up play to Tatum Williams. Good job of getting the ball to the 50-yard line. Aaron Jackson, we featured him a couple years ago on the screen. He says, give me the ball, Coach Metter. 20 yards for young Aaron Jackson right there. And then Neely's going to pass it to Cameron Sir Lewis right here on the play action, right over the middle right there. Cameron gets into the end zone, carrying two Van Vandals, 7-7. The rain starts coming down, but the Eagle fans love to play football. Rain, storm, or shine. Alfonso Thomas doing a lot of help for the Van Vandal running game. He gets it to the right there, but they go back to their workhorse, Mr. Matt Savis. He just literally crawled into the end zone. It was that open for him. Van, impressive win. I thought Wendell would play a little bit better, but 52-20 is your final score. All right, do we have a problem in Kilgore? The state runner-ups 0-2 out of the gates, but they played a pretty tough schedule so far, including the Knack Dragons at home tonight against the Pine Tree Pirates. Mike Wood ready to get that first W in the win column. His quarterback, Xavier Goana, going to pass it over the middle. Nick Orange, he's been making plays ever since he was a sophomore. Gets it over the middle. Quayavian Murphy gets it right here into the end zone. Touchdown, 7-0 Kilgore. Kevin Justice. Boy, everybody needs him on their team. He is one heck of a running back, 13-0. Now, Xavier Goana is going to get a little bit greedy here. Kenny Buffin, right place at the right time for the interception for Pine Tree, but the offense wasn't there, and Kilgore made them pay as we get to the final in this one, 40-7. Kilgore looking just fine. Could Hallsville get to 2-1 on the early season at Athens tonight? Hallsville, here they come to Bruce Field. Athens, would they be ready? Early on, though, White Wolverton hands it off to Khalil. Good run right here by Khalil, making it to the right side. Then Wolverton up top here, going deep for his man Jamil Young, but Trayvon Fuller. That's what you're supposed to do when you're a running back. Khalil Good gets it back on the left side, and Khalil, okay, just fine. Let the run come to him, bust it in on the left side. That's a touchdown, 7-0. And then the beast, Logan Fuller. Oh, man, is that guy huge. Running all over Hallsville. He's going to go to the left here, then go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4 Bobcats to bring him down. Of course, he's going to finish it off with the touchdown. Let's get to the final from Bruce Field in this one. 40-21, 41-21 is your final. Hallsville, great start to them, continues on the season. Let's get to the final score. Let's get to the Carthage Knack score, guys. Let's do that real quick. We are still waiting to get the video in that one. And the Knack Dragons, folks, 34-14. Another big win for Knack. They are red hot out of the gates. As I mentioned, we're waiting to get that video. We'll try to get it to you before 11:30. Let's check in on Jacksonville also tonight. Big one for them. And oh my goodness, 50-48, folks. Incredible. That is your final score. Congrats to the Fighting Indians. They get it done in this one. All right, first break coming up right now. We've got a lot more to get to. Still kind of shaking after that Lee comeback win over John Tyler tonight. Incredible. Gilmer, Tatum, White Oak, and Spring Hill, you're coming up. And what we're looking at right now is a live scoreboard at the etfinalscore.com. Our guys in the control room love etfinalscore.com. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's always fun when Gilmer and Tatum hook up, two of the powerhouse small school programs right here in East Texas. And Gilmer's been lights out so far. Tatum, though, ready to punch back tonight on their home turf. Let's get to the Eagles at Eagle Stadium. Packed house, as we always expect between these two. McLean Carter running that Buckeye offense like you're supposed to. Already up 7-0. Jamil Jackson makes it 14-0. Tatum comes back. J.D. Taylor, what a pass, what a catch. That could be our play of the night. Martin Williams hauling it in. That's a nominee for sure. Then Taylor going to hook up with Martin again as he scrambles out to his right. Great job of communicating between wide receiver and, they're talking a little trash here, and quarterback right there. Josh Ivy would then get it from J.D. on a little sweep fake, and then he goes right up the gut through Gilmer, breaks that goal line. It is 17-7. All right, Gilmer's trying to get one more in before halftime. DeMarco Boyd, another weapon for Coach Traylor and the Buckeyes. Look at him running like crazy right there, setting up the dual threat man in all of East Texas, Mr. Blake Lynch, inside that goal line on the Wildcat formation. Forget about it. This turned out to be a heck of a ball game, though. You never count out the Tatum Eagles. They tied it up at 35, but Gilmer holds on to win 41-35. Trevor Pill from the Tyler Paper and ET Final Score will have more on that for us coming up. Let's get to Chapel Hill next. They played a brutal schedule so far. Tonight, Paris was in town trying to do some damage early. Connor Hitchcock will swing pass out to Zach Walters. Come on, Zach, make something happen. He does. That's some yak yards there after the catch. Hitchcock now goes to Jeremy Minor, and Jeremy hauls it in. Fingertips. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They maintain the lead right there. Fans loving it. Here comes Paris's Quez Allen. He keeps it for a nice big gain right there. Look, come on, Chapel Hill. You've got to plug that middle right there. And then Quez Allen's going to go for his man, Kadarius Scott, right here. Looking for 7 here. Looking. Got guys all over him. Is that Montana Dwight Clark? Great job by Kadarius Scott. Like I said, we've got a ball game in this one as well. Hitchcock this time going to keep on working his passing game right over the middle. And I tell you, Walters is turning out to be his favorite target. He gets it, and that would set up a field goal by Frederick Austin, who would line up left footer as it got the distance easy. Here's the scoreboard in that one. Chapel Hill falls to Paris tonight, 51-41. Okay, Spring Hill and White Oak, just a few miles separate the two. And for the Roughnecks, they've, of course, long been known for a basketball school only, but not lately. They've been winning playoff games in football and beating up on their arch rival, the Spring Hill Panthers. Would SH get some payback? Here we go, early on. Cordell Smith fakes the handoff and runs it on his own for a big gain in this one. And then back comes more defense right here as White Oak would get in this one. Quarterback number 6, Cordell Smith, fumbles the snap. Spring Hill gets the 8-yard line and is sacked by Lane Patterson there. White Oak's kicker, Rogers Jack, hits that field goal. Now we're back on order here. Cordell Smith runs for a big 12-yard gain right here. Then Cordell's going to pass for an 8-yard touchdown to number 1, Logan Rowe, in your programs right there. Back come the Spring Hill Panthers. Garrett Plumley hands off to Taven Hunter. Taven almost breaks out of that one for a nice long run, but good job by White Oak to show him down. Then Plumley's going to bomb this one out to Scott Dill. Scott, he comes up with that. Incredible, but time would expire before halftime. Roughnecks pull it out again over Spring Hill. They do barely. 22-19, your final in this one. Hey, Gladewater, impressive so far. They're over at the Independence Stadium Bowl for the Battle of the Border, taking on St. Thomas More. And St. Thomas More looked in control early. All day long, Cougars right here. Deuce Wallace carries the ball, and he is gone. anytime your name's the Deuce, you are loose. 54 yards on that game. The Cougars are in scoring position. This time cash in with 2 plays later. Will Bellamy connecting with Trevor Beggy right there. More Cougars. This time it's going to be an end zone touchdown for St. Thomas More. But hey, don't worry about it. Here comes Dalen Mack, known to be punishing quarterbacks. He can run the football as well. Look at the big guy. He says scoring touchdowns is easy. The Bear is happy. Next drive, here we go. Early on, it's going to be another great run. This time as the Gladewater Bears able to get into the end zone just before half right there. Outstanding job by Mr. James Reese, who would take it all the way in. Let's get to the scoreboard in this one. Tough day for Gladewater. St. Thomas, pretty real deal there. They take it 42-21. Battle of the Border, of course, coming up Saturday at the Independence Bowl. Here is your schedule. Marshall at 11 a.m. over in Shreveport. Lufkin at 2 p.m. Longview. They've got to avoid being 0-3 in the season. They are taking on Neville at 8 p.m. Jeff Schaefer at 10 p.m. tomorrow night right here on CBS 19. We'll have all of your highlights. Scoreboards, let's do it. Or excuse me, let's down time to head over to the Tyler Paper headquarters. Trevor Pill, the new guy. Not new anymore. He's been here 3 weeks in a row now. Trevor, what a night. Welcome to East Texas Football Week 3. And we had some games tonight. Tell us what's going on social media-wise.
Well, it was a great night again in Texas high school football, Eric. Now, like you said, I do have a little more from the Tatum game. Now, Tatum was down 27-7 heading into halftime. As fans tweeted me this photo, in the fourth quarter, they tied the game up with around almost 12 minutes left at 35. Now, Tatum wasn't able to finish off the comeback completely as Gilmer was able to slide in a touchdown with 26 seconds left in the fourth. Ended up defeating them 41-35. But then again, hats goes off to Tatum as they made a good comeback. And then also a photo from Instagram comes from the Grace Community student body as it looks like it's hunting season for the Grace Community as they end up defeating Harrelton 21-7. And the good thing about that is Chandler Nutt and company were able to disguise trick play at the start of the game to go up early 7-0. So it looks like that camo played off well as being able to disguise a trick play for a touchdown. And then also I will give my 2 cents in on the JT Lee game. Something that I realized when I was doing some research is that Lee hasn't scored on JT since 2011, and tonight they put up 37 points, something nobody thought was going to happen, especially me after reading so much about John Tyler and Lee's rivalry the past couple of years, which I think that was great for them. And then also JT was ranked number 1. The last time they were ranked number 1, they ended up only lasting a week, so it looks like that week of being ranked number 1 is a hump for JT to get over.
Well, Trevor, you should know, never, ever pick against Eric Sullivan between JT and Lee. I called it tonight. Red Raiders.
Yeah, you did.
I'm the only one that did there. Chris Perry, I think, did too. All right, man, good job, and great job on the pictures right there. And you're right. We've got a lot of more football to go. We've also got some scores. Jack, pop them up for us. Henderson, 50-21 over Rusk. Bullard, 56-20 over Edgewood. Way to go. Bullard Panthers. Brownsboro gets a victory as well over Quinlan Ford, 36-21. Fairfield, 28-21 over Palestine. Atlanta all over Dangerfield. We might want to double check that. 51-7. Crandall 28-12 over Canton. That's the final on this one. Speaking of that Twitter page Trevor was talking about, here's a live look at it as we scroll up and down at ET Final Score on the Twitter page. Look at that. Number 1, John Tyler falls to the Rose City rival Tyler Lee. Good stuff on there. We'll be right back. All right, good one over at Troop tonight. TK Gorman on the road, trying to show that private schools can win on the road, but they were taking on the Troop Tigers. We go to Tiger Stadium. There are the Tigers, like those new uniforms with the gray, and there's the crew. Early on, the intimidating stare of the Dean of High School Football Coaches, Dennis Alexander. Marquise Davis. I love this guy. Big open hole, runs right through it. They take a 7-6 lead. Michael Goodwin, though, coming back, hits Martin Guzman over the middle. How did he bring that one in? And then good one to our man, Connor Hobbs, Ice Bucket Challenge. The kid's got skills. He hauls it in for the big game. Then Goodwin does the rest. How did he get through there? He did. Big touchdown for the Gorman. They go up 14-7 with the 2-point conversion. I was kind of worried about the Troop mascot, though. You can't believe what's happening, but here comes our man again, Marquise Davis. Big run for the big fella. This was a pretty good ball game. Kalen Eastman, Nate Jenkinson, howdy hauled in there, but TK Gorman would stop him on 4 downs. Here's your final over in Troop Tigerland. TK Gorman, congrats Coach Kobe Gibson and company, 38-21. Harleton Wildcats made a trip to the Clyde tonight, taking on the Grace Cougars. Johnny Spitt's going to break one out to the left side here, but Ted Fuller of Harleton strips it out. Austin Odell with the recovery. They weren't able to score there because Will Davis meet Leighton Sizemore with the big sacks right here. And then Chandler Nutt will screen to the left to Mr. Johnny Spitzer, then deep to Zach Tatman. What a play right there. And Grace looking strong tonight. 21-7. Hey, got it done. That's your final. Other TAP schools, Brook Hill at Alto, canceled that one. A lot of lightning and rain in the area. And then Carlisle beat All Saints 23-13. All right, final game of highlights is going to be Wascom taking on Hugh Springs. Let's go to Wascom Wildcat Stadium. Tough starts for the Cats, but Hugh Springs was in town. Here comes the first drive. It's going to be quarterback to running back miss, but the scramble by Hugh Springs gets the ball. First turnover of the game. No points on the board. Junebug Johnson catches it, and we see this guy every Friday night. He's just, look at this guy. My goodness. Oh, my gosh. Play of the night nominee as well. That dude is a baller. Big night for Wascom. They take care of business over Hugh Springs tonight, 49-29. Scoreboard we go. ARP, of course, canceled because of lightning tonight at Franklin, as well as Cayuga and Frankson. They're postponed. A lot of teams will be playing at 1 o'clock and 1:30 tomorrow. West Russ did fall to Sabine tonight, 40-14. Mineola goes down to Lone Oaks, 22-16. Harmony 27-3 over Grand Saline. They got started late. Winsboro beat Quitman 36-12. Winona, not a good night for them. They fall to Ore City 61-31. Hawkins 22 snap over DeKalb. Final break right now. Up next, we've got a lot of scoring updates to give you. Play of the night and a few more scores. You're watching the ET Final Score Football Show. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. ET Final Score Football Show. Week 3, what a night it's been. Easily the best night. Of course, we've got some bye weeks starting to come up with the bigger districts starting next Friday. But let's just look at our play of the night. We had so many. I wish we had to enter the JT Lee game, but I'm going to go with Mr. J.D. Taylor to Martin Williams of Tatum. They played so awesome tonight against mighty Gilmer. What a catch. Go up and get it, young man. Excellent job. Other scores from tonight, small schools we go. Como-Picton, Big Sandy. Scoreboards, we're going to get to those here in a second. Como-Picton and Big Sandy, 46-0. Como Mount Enterprise goes down to Union Grove. Congrats to the UG, 42-6. Overton Crossroads, 33-8. Way to go, Overton. Canceled Beckville Timpson. Tenahall Shelbyville canceled as well. Detroit beat Rivercrest 18-12. The score updates from around East Texas. The big one, no question. Robert E. Lee's incredible comeback over John Tyler, 37-31. They did it in the final minutes. Also, look at Jacksonville. A shootout tonight against Mount Pleasant, 50-48 Jayville. Unbelievable. And then the Gilmer-Tatum game. Gilmer, 41-35. It was tied at 35, but Gilmer gets it done. Of course, we will replay this entire broadcast coming up tomorrow on CBS 19 at 6:30. And always go to etfinalscore.com for all your videos, game recaps, Facebook, Twitter comments. It's all there. Have a great weekend, everybody.